I made a lot of mistakes when my mom first got dementia 6 years ago. Now, when I see someone make the worst mistake I made, I honestly want to kick them. But I have to remind myself that I did the same thing. So, here are the 5 dementia caregiver mistakes that I had to learn the hard way. Once I changed myself, my mom and I had a much deeper connection. So, the first one is the one that makes me want to kick people, is when they correct her. When she says something that's outlandish or wrong and they feel the urge to correct her. I did it myself. No, mom. No, mom. It was this. I quit that rather quickly, actually, because someone was nice enough to tell me to stop. So, don't do that. So, the other thing, which is a really subtle thing, and I'm not sure how. So I would try to pull her back. I wanted my mom back, and it's normal for us to feel that way. And so what I would do is, do you remember when? Do you remember when? Do you remember when we did that? So I realized one time when I saw the look on her face that she didn't remember, and she actually felt bad that she didn't remember. Pardon me. So, but I still had that desire to pull her back. So what I started doing was, instead of saying, "Do you remember?" I would just say things like, I was thinking the other day about that time that we blah 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 did this, and then I just stop. And if she remembers, she'll start talking about it. But if she doesn't feel bad because I haven't asked her, "Do you remember?" I haven't I haven't made her feel bad. I just stated something. And sometimes she responds and sometimes she doesn't. So then the other thing was, and this one, I only made the mistake once, and I knew I made a mistake, is my father had passed away, and obviously her parents were gone, but she would ask about them. "Where's your dad?" And I don't want my mom to relive his passing. I don't want to. Why would I do that? So what I started doing instead was I picked the most logical. My dad was a workaholic. The most logical place for him to be is at work. So she would say, "Where's your dad?" And I'd say, "Probably at work." And she would just roll her eyes and go, "Probably." And that would be over. And same thing with her mom. She would ask about her mom, and my grandma was a shopper, so I'd say, "She's probably at Nordstrom's." So that was how I got out of, I feel bad lying to my mom, but I'm not going to make her relive someone passing away that she loved. So then the other thing I learned after my mom hit me, my mom's a super happy lady, and she's usually happy. And if she gets grumpy, it's almost always a UTI. That's when she gets grumpy. And so one day I was visiting her. She's in a wheelchair now, and I don't know what I did. Her sleeve was messed up or something, and I went to fix it. And she slapped me. And it wasn't so... It shocked me because my mom's not that way. She doesn't hit or anything. But what really surprised me was the speed at which she did it. Like, she had some... It was so fast, like I couldn't even back up. So one of the caregivers the next day sent me it was a voice thing. And she was asking my mom about it. She said, "Irene," that's what she calls her, "Irene, did you hit your daughter yesterday?" And my mom said, "No." And then she said, "Irene, Sherry said you hit her." And she goes, "Well, I did, but I was trying to help her because she seemed so sad." And so my mom didn't hit me. You know, dementia hit me. My mom didn't. You know, that was not my mom. And she luckily, you know, she'd be mortified if she knew that she hit me. But luckily, dementia told her that she did something to help me. And it also reminded me that my mom still sees my emotions. And I was sad that day because I miss her. And so I also learned I would just take a deep breath. If I was feeling, you know, because in the beginning, I just missed my mom. And I had to get control of that emotion because my mom could see it. And I didn't want that. So then the other thing I learned, and the correcting thing, maybe like number one, but this is a close number two, is going where she's going. You know, wherever my mom decides to go that day, I'm going along with her. If she thinks we're at the beach, then I'm going to the beach. You know, I'm going to get my beach towel. You know, no matter where she is that day, I just go along. And a lot of our conversations are me saying, wow, you're kidding. You know, sometimes as my mom has progressed, sometimes her words aren't actually real words. Like she will say things that, you know, words that don't exist in the English language. And, but I still, well, just, oh my gosh, she's very expressive. So it's easy for me to give my response based on the expression on her face, you know, and she has expressions that are totally her. They're expressions I grew up with, tiny head shake with the rolling eyes, whatever it is, but I can see what she's trying to convey or what the sense of the story is. And then I respond in kind with, you know, oh my gosh, you're kidding, or wow, did that make you mad? Or whatever it may be. So wherever my mom is, that's where I'm going to go. And the best moments that I've had with my mom now are when I stop trying to pull her into my world and I just join her in hers. And hers can be a fun place to be.